Hi folks, Chris Voss here from thechrisvossshow.com, thechrisvossshow.com. Current blog post we want to share with you, of course, review the latest in social media and technology. This is a really cool, exciting products from Canon.com/cameras. That's Canon.com/cameras. And what we've done is we've got a great deal with Canon where they're going to be sending us their cameras about every 2 to 3 weeks and giving us a chance to review and showcase for you, the audience, some of the really cool products that they have. We really love Canons. I have a Canon T5i that I personally shoot with, and so it's going to be exciting to try some of these other cameras. So be sure to like us on YouTube and subscribe so you can see all the wonderful Canon goodies we've been taking and reviewing, and also the accessories. So what they've sent us here is they've sent us the Canon EOS 60D, which is a camera that's got an incredible reputation to it, and the EF lens 24 by 70 millimeter. We're going to go ahead and try that one out too. Now we'll be reviewing these on separate blog posts, so be sure to search for them on the Chris Voss Show. You can just put in Canon or look for the categories under cameras, and you can see all of our cameras review. There's a number of accessories we're also reviewing by Canon, so be sure to watch for those. So let's break away. We're going to review each of these individually, and we'll probably put them together at the end to see how they both pair up. Okay, so let's take a look at the Canon. And several features that are distinct with this camera is it has an 18 megapixel CMOS chip in it. It's got an ISO 6400. Let's see what else is important here. Of course, it works with your latest cards, the XSD, XC micro SD cards. It's got the Digic 4 chip in it. And it's got EOS Movie Fold HD. You can do up to 5.3 frames per second. And let's see what else is on here. We'll go through some of the list of some of these things later. So let's go ahead and open it up and see what's inside. And inside we have your manuals. Those are always important to take in half so that you can know what to do with them. It comes in, looks like a few different languages, or at least one different language. So we'll set those aside. And then in the inside we have some of your digital discs that you can take and utilize to take and work your camera with your computer and share pictures and all that sort of good stuff. So you've got that in there. Let's go ahead and pull open the box. And if we've got your Canon, these are always good to have, the strap that goes around your neck, and you can take and hold your camera so you don't lose it. That's always good to have, so you don't end up destroying it by dropping it. Looks like we've got some of your cables that you'll need to sync the device. We've also got your Canon battery charger that's in here. Looks like it comes with, of course, one Canon battery. And looks like we've got some audio cable plugins, audio video cable plugins that you can take and utilize, and I believe those would work with the camera. So we'll pull the camera out and see how that whole system works and how it plugs in. So let's take out the main event, the star of the show, the Canon 60D. So very good looking unit there. You can see here, of course, it's very well built. It's very heavy too. Feels really strong in its quality of its build. And across the back here we have a screen up here so that we can take and look at some of the different settings and what we're going to take and do. You've got your rotating area over here as opposed to over here that I have it on my T5i. So that's going to be pretty interesting. You've also got the flip out screen. Now I really love the flip out screen. This makes it very easy for me when I'm shooting different angles and to be able to see what's going on the screen. So we're going to play with it, come back and tell you what we really think. Okay, so let's get into some of the features of the Canon EOS 60D. It's got an 18 megapixel CMOS sensor and Digic 4 imaging processor for high quality and speed. It's got ISO 100 to 6400, expandable to 12,800 for shooting from bright to dim light. It's got an improved EOS HD video mode with manual exposure control, expanded recording, movie crop recording in 640 by 480, sound recording level adjustment, and external microphone in terminal for access to improve sound quality. It's got variable angle 3.0 inch Clearview LCD monitor for shooting at low angles, and 1,040,000 dot VGA with reflection reduction using multi-coating and high transparency materials for bright and clear viewing. That's important to have. 5.3 frames per second continuous shooting up to approximately 58 large JPEGs and 16 RAW. 96% viewfinder coverage, allowing you to see more of your image in the viewfinder on the back. Enhanced IFCL 63-zone multi-layer metering system, and a 9-point AF system utilizing high-precision f-stop 2.8 cross-type center points. The new convenient in-camera features allow you to convert RAW images into JPEG and set the images to a 3.2 aspect ratio. It's compatible with all the latest micro SD cards, including the SD-XC, which is the newest, and it's compatible with a full line of Canon EF and EFS lenses. So let's take a look at the body on the design of this. It's a beautiful camera, of course, and it's got a great reputation. On the very front of the unit, what we're looking at is we've got your remote control, of course, over here. Sensor, you've got your shutter button here. Up in here, you've got your red eye reduction lamp. You've got, of course, a place to mount your lens. You've got your pop-up flash that comes here. You've got your flash button over on this side. And above that, you have a microphone, which is right here that you can see. And, of course, you have your release button for your camera. Let's go ahead and flip this baby around to the side so that we can take a look at it. Now, along the side here, you have your speaker on this right side here. You can also, of course, mount your strap. I'm sure you're aware of that. We've got a mic area here, an HDMI out area, an AV out, audio visual out for digital. And then, of course, we have at the very bottom your remote control terminal button. So they've got it all in one place, which is really nice. And you can see there you can easily plug in all the good stuff you need to do. And if not, you can go ahead and cover it up, and away you go. Okay, so around the back of the Canon, we have an on-off switch that you can take and switch here with the that's attached to the radio dial that will set different things. You've got your garbage or throwaway button. Across the top, you've got your live view shooting button, of course, and then also you've got your viewfinder dioptric adjustment knob that you have here. You have your autofocus on and off. Over here you have your AE lock, FE lock button, index reduce, all that sort of good stuff. You have your AF point selection, magnify button, and all that good stuff. You have another strap mount that's over here. Menu button, info button, and right here you have your quick control button. You have this dial setting where you can go round and about with it, and then it also kind of works like a mouse where you can touch it and it will go different ups, downs, left and rights, and of course you've got your set button. You've also got an unlocking button down here for it, and also your play button, and then something that acts as a print from the device in and of itself. So pretty simple and easy from that side. Let's move further to the right. Over here we have a place for you to be able to put in and out your micro SD card. Now, one of the things that I really like about the Canon 60D is it's got this, of course, viewfinder on the back. Now, this becomes very useful because it protects your screen. If you have other cameras, you either need to get a screen protector for the screen, or you've got issues where you just need to protect it somehow to keep it from getting scratches. And I've gotten scratches on the back of these areas, which would have been otherwise on my camera. So let's take a look at how this works. Now, you've got your quick view here that you can take and utilize. You can either shoot through the eyepiece, or you can take and see your image that you want to shoot off of the quick view. It makes really nice for shooting. If you're shooting down low and you don't want to get on your knees, crawl on the ground, you can take and angle the viewfinder like this. I also use it a lot for shooting up. If I'm shooting above a crowd and I don't want the crowd in the shot, I want whatever I'm shooting above the crowd, I can hold the camera up above my head. Using the viewfinder, I can look up and see what shot I'm getting, and away I go. And of course, you've got the eyepiece that you can take and utilize here. But I really enjoy this viewfinder, and what's nice too is it gives you the option to be able to work through the menus and everything else. You can see the automatic sensor cleaning taking place there. So in going through the menus, we can do all sorts of adjustments on the device. You can literally walk through everything, and you can use the setting buttons over here, where you can set the quality, beep, release shutter without card, image review. You can do everything on the fly here. Now I'm used to the touchpad that I have with my T5i. So with this one, you don't have touch on the screen, but you can usually use this, well, you can always use this menu button to go around and about. So, and of course you can go up and down and everything else. It's kind of nice to have that little mouse sort of effect, and all the good stuff. So let's take a look at the top of the unit. Okay, so across the top we basically have your mode dial. It's got a locking mode dial. You have to press the button to be able to turn it, so it locks it into place to whatever settings you want to do it on. You've got your pop-up flash. You've got your hot shoe, of course. You've got your auto focus mode selection button. You've got your drive button, ISO, and then over here we have our metering mode selection. You've got, of course, your shutter button and your main dial here that you can take and choose from. The LCD readout, of course, will give you all the data you need to know about what's going on with the camera, your shot, and everything else. Most people that are familiar with this sort of stuff know what's on there. It'll pretty much give you all the feedback on what your setup is, white balance, flash exposure, drive, ISO, all that good stuff. Let's take a look at what you get with the top button and some of the different things that come here. You've got several different user settings, of course. You've got P, which is your program, AE. You've got your TV, which is your shutter priority, AV, which is your AV aperture priority, M, which is your manual exposure, and B, which is your bulb. There's also a mode with fully auto, where you can do full auto, and I believe that's this green one right here. But right next to it is the flash off, and the CA is the creative mode. Below that you have the portrait mode, the landscape mode, close-up mode, sports mode, night portrait, and of course the last one here is video shooting mode that you can take and choose from. So all sorts of different modes that you can take and flip through. You press the button and turn as you're holding the button down, and you can go through the different modes. Okay, so after shooting with the Canon 60D for 2 weeks, very impressed with it. It's got a great body to it, really rock solid camera, very impressed. It's a great camera with a great reputation that's already really built in there into the marketplace. It was nice to have the camera where I've got controls over here and I've got controls over here, and it doesn't feel like I'm trying to control everything on the right side like I have with some of the cameras that I have. So it was nice having this over here. One thing I was really excited about was the lock feature of having to lock and turn and all that good stuff, but it worked. And of course the thing that I really love the most is the screen. The screen is so nice to take and have, where you can be able to see what's going on. You can review your shots and everything else. You can go through all the pictures you've taken. You can blow them up, see if you've got the shot that you're looking for before you go home and find out that all your pictures were out of focus and you just didn't get quite that rich shot that you're looking for. I love the ability of the flip out screen, of course, to go up and down, to be able to fold to where you can take and see from lower levels or higher levels where you want to take and do your shot. The other thing is too, when it does flip out, you can face the screen forward, and so if you're doing selfie shots, you can take and be able to see what's going on. That's also important as well in being able to take advantage of that operation. And I love how it flips over and protects itself. It's so nice not to have to buy like a screen protector, although you can if you want, for the back of your screen. But it's nice to have that protection for it and know that it's going to take, and be protected. So I really love the camera. It's a great camera. It's got a great body to it. It's got a great weight. It's not too heavy. It's not too light. And it feels very comfortable in the hands, especially for someone who has very big hands like myself. It was very comfortable to do. So I'd highly recommend the camera. I'm always very impressed with the Canon product. You can go to their website at canon.com/cameras, and or you can go to USA.canon.com and take a look at their stuff. If you Google Canon cameras, you'll be able to find their website. You can also find them on Twitter at Canon USA, and tell them Chris Voss sent you. Chris Voss tested, Chris Voss approved. Really love the Canon product. Be sure to watch for us to review other Canon products here in the next few coming months, and watch for the comparison videos. We'll be comparing this EOS 60D against the EOS T5i here in our next review, and we'll be comparing them side by side so you can see what the differences are. So thanks to Canon for sending us out the cameras for us to review on the Chris Voss Show. Highly recommend if you want one and this is in your price range, and of course it's the one that you fit for you in its ability to shoot and everything else you're getting in for it. Really, the price range I think is what determines most people on Canon or on cameras of this nature, because the more, of course, you spend, usually the better camera you get. But it's an exceptional camera, especially for the price range it's at. Highly recommend it. Be sure to check it out. Go to Canon.com. And thanks for coming by the ChrisVossShow.com. Be sure to give us a like and follow us on YouTube, and watch for all the future photography posts we'll be doing. Thanks for coming by.